Yes, people, back again, game week 12. Saturday, some crazy results. But let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. Let's start. Where else can we start other than Anfield? Liverpool nil, Forest 3. Nottingham Forest. We've not been in the best of forms. Bring in Sean Dyche. Liverpool though is not really taking the mask off. Like, alright, cool. Last season he had Klopp's team. Everybody says blah blah blah. They spent untold money. There's no excuse about we don't spend money, so we've spent money. Nah, it doesn't work like that, mate. You've got my man up top, Alexander. Can't even hit a barn door. So it's crazy. You had Murillo scoring on the 33rd minute. You had a goal disallowed for handball, rightfully so. I give it that. It was rightfully handball. Savona scored 46 minutes just after half time. So like they've gone in, they've had their little chat, still come out, boom, straight away. And then Gibbs White just put the cherry on top. I will say though, the Murillo goal, I think it was the Murillo goal. The keeper was being blocked the same way with the Man City situation where Robertson was blocking the keeper. I feel like in this situation, it was the same thing to a degree, except my man stood still. So that is questionable. Like VAR is very much still up in the air. To me personally, take it back old school, man. Let the referee decide. That's how I see it. But it is what it is. I know Liverpool fans and Slot are gonna have a lot to say about it, but maybe in the comments, should it have been ruled out or not? Morgan Gibbs White, 3-3 now. 3-3. Do you think it's Dyche? Do you think Dyche has had a word with him, or I wouldn't say he's really moved him about, but yeah, 3-3. It's not too bad. And yeah, going back to Slot, boy, does he have money in the bank? Do you think because of the title win? But then you look at it, you spent all this money, and nothing is clicking. Like you're still playing Szoboszlai at right back. Like, I don't know, man. Where's Conor Bradley? Is Conor Bradley not fit? Does he not like him or something? I don't even know if he was on the bench, but like, what's going on? Or you're just trying to cram all these players into one? But then again, I don't know. I think last game he dropped Florian, so it's like, and Isaac, whew, like I say, can't even hit a barn door. But yeah, like I don't even know how far Liverpool are from the title, from the top. But once today's games are done, Sunday, we'll do a little brief review after that to see who's what and where in the table. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, in the comments, just let me know if you think the goal should have stood and if it was similar to the Man City game. But moving on, another big result. Newcastle 2, Man City 1. Newcastle still sitting 14th though, and Man City are 3rd. So yeah, still all to play for. Harvey Barnes, 63rd minute, and then just a few minutes later, Ruben Diaz snatched one. A little volley inside the box. Had a deflection, big deflection. Went in for Man City back in it. I fully watched that game, and Newcastle are very entertaining against the big teams. It's weird, like they play against the big teams and they're just entertaining. Is it because they have a good structure compared against those teams that are pressing, and then when they come against teams that just sit back, they kind of struggle. That's what I think the case is. There were so many chances in this game. Like there could have been at least 4 or 5 goals in the first half. Like sitters. Harvey Barnes missed a sitter. Could have been offside, questionable. Voltemade had one-on-ones. Foden, I don't know how he missed. Like, it was crazy. The amount of chances in this game was crazy. But Harvey Barnes scored on the 63rd, like I say. Then Diaz scored a few minutes later. And then a few minutes, literally 2 minutes after that, Harvey Barnes again. Questionable. Was it offside? Personally, when I look at it, like, with the naked eye, yeah, to me, he's just offside by his foot. But obviously they've done their reviews and it is what it is, man. Like, I'm pretty sure they do all the lineage and all them kind of stuff there. So yeah, like, Newcastle are good in these big games, man. And City, I think I said it in one of my previous videos, City lose, we're not shocked. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we're not shocked now if they lose. It's not like, oh my God, City lost. Like, there's no shock factor to it. So, and I just think Pep, because he's going through a transition with these players, he still doesn't technically know his first team. And when you don't have like a first 11 that you consistently play, and I think that's where Liverpool have a little issue as well, like playing my man, playing Szoboszlai at right back, or do I play Etikite? Etikite didn't start it yesterday. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you've got Man City, like, do we play Savinho? Like, do we play Foden here? Do we play Reinders? Like, Reinders didn't start yesterday. Do we play Nunes? Like, there's no consistency. That's what I think, and that's kind of where they're kind of like blurring the lines a bit, if that makes sense. So yeah, we'll see how they get on, and let's see how significant the North London derby is in terms of the title, because I'm not saying it's over. It's nowhere near over. There's so long to go. It's not even halfway yet. But yeah, the North London derby will be very, very detrimental when it comes down to the title later on. Like, these results obviously mean stuff. But yeah, the early kickoff was Burnley at home against Chelsea. The result was 2-0 to Chelsea. Chelsea sits second. After the game, they was, I think it was 3 points behind Arsenal. And Burnley stayed 19th. Pedro Neto, he seems to be the one that's always getting them out of trouble, to be honest. He's always pulling out goals here and there that are kind of vital, whether it starts the game off, whether it's the winner. And to me, he is the energy in the team right now. João Pedro, Liam Delap, they're not really doing much. Enzo Fernandez got the second goal, and even him, he pulls a goal out here and there. Chelsea had done another one, man. Like, if they had a solid foundation of 11, they could go far. They could be in the title race, proper in the title race. But with how it's going, the ins and outs, and do they start Garnacho? Do they start Gittins? Does Liam Delap start up top? I see Guehi, I don't know, help me, man. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but Guehi, the young boy. I see him on the pitch at one point as well. I don't think they really know their starting 11 as well. So it's a bit, because they got so many players, it's like, who do we start? I just think they need that longevity of games. But at the same time, there is Champions League next week. So it's like questionable. See a little bit of dust just flying past. Anyway, get back on track. There were 6 yellow cards in this game. Feisty affair. But Chelsea came out on top and did what was needed, to be honest. Burnley, I think they're doomed, man. I really think they're doomed, unless, because they're decent defensively, you know, like they're decent defensively, and in the Championship, I know it's a whole different ball game, but they barely conceded any goals that last season, and I think if they get into January, they bring in someone like attacking wise that could do a real good, get them a good 10 goals. I think it might be all right. Maybe they can loan one of these players from the Prem already, like the Guihi guy, Guihi. I don't know. Yeah, that guy. Maybe they can loan him, because he was meant to go out on loan, remember? I think it was to Sunderland, and Chelsea pulled the plug in the last second or something like that. I can't remember the circumstances, but yeah, there's players out there, man. I think that they could potentially do something. Anyway, moving on. Bournemouth 2, West Ham 2. West Ham sits 17th. Bournemouth sits 7th. Let's talk on West Ham. West Ham, their last 3 games, they've scored 8 goals. We know they couldn't score. But prior to that, when they were playing full Krug and they were playing Jared Bowen down the middle, everyone was like, they ain't got goals. Like, where the goals coming from? Like, they're on a good little run, to be honest with you. And I know Callum Wilson is on like a pay-as-you-play. I don't know the circumstances on that, but I think I said in one of my previous videos, Callum Wilson, I've got a soft spot for him. And I think if injuries didn't hamper him, he would have been England, sir. Do you get what I'm saying? So he scored 2 in this game, in the 11th minute and then the 35th minute. So that put West Ham 2-0 up. And Wilson's, he plays, he scores. That's it. He plays, he scores. And that's what, like I keep saying, West Ham need. Like, full Krug wasn't it, or isn't it? You can't keep relying on Bowen to play out of position and things like that. So yeah, I'm liking Callum Wilson. I'm liking the form that West Ham are on. And like I said previous as well, West Ham, for me, they're going to be safe. They're going to survive. But they did give away a penalty in the 69th minute, which Tavernier scored, and then Unal scored on the 81st minute to make it 2-2. Bournemouth sits 7th. Yeah, it's about the level of Bournemouth. To be fair, the Semenyo talk during the week didn't really help them. He's got a little buyout clause for 65 M's. Made that can potentially even go in January. So to be fair to them, it was good that it was Tavernier and Unal that scored, to show that potentially they don't need Semenyo to survive. As long as if he leaves and they survive, they can go into the summer window and address the situation. Do you get what I'm saying? So instead of just relying on one man. So yeah, good on Bournemouth. And West Ham, like I said, they're going to be safe. They're on a good run of form. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one. Brighton 2, Brentford 1. Brentford's 12th, Brighton 5th. The boy. Who do you guys think scored? The boy, innit? Danny. There's only one Danny Welbeck. 7th goal of the season, boy. He has to go to the World Cup. Has to go to the World Cup. There's no if or but about it. He has to go to the World Cup. Like, without trying to go off track, when England go and they play certain teams without being disrespectful, Kane can get the break. Danny Welbeck, we know what he's about. He's a workhorse. He's getting on a bit in age, but he's a workhorse. He scores goals, like I say, 7th goal this season. Yeah, he has to go for me. I want to see him on that England team sheet. But yeah, Danny Welbeck scored on the 71st minute. Prior to that, Igor Thiago did score a penalty in the 9th minute. Igor Thiago again, 9th goal this season. Looking like a player. I just don't want him to be one of them guys that is at Brentford for a season, scores 18, 19 goals, and then leaves, goes to a bigger team, and then that's it. Like, that's a whole nother conversation that I might even give you guys during the week on my opinion on players and moving and that, because in my WhatsApp group, it's been some big debates. So I just feel like my point, it doesn't get across sometimes, but it is what it is. I'll give you guys a video during the week on that, on my opinion on that. Igor Thiago, I like him though, don't get it twisted, scored a penalty. Then at 84th minute, Hinshelwood is actually English, and I think he's 20. I actually like him. Good on the ball. Got a nice shot on him. Young, obviously. No, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he needs to go. You don't need to do a Theo Walcott and go to the World Cup, but I like him. He's got on the 84th minute, won the game for Brighton, which put Brighton in 5th. I think it's time Brighton really challenge for that European spot. I'm not saying Champions League, Europa League for sure. I think they need to seal their place in the top 6, 7. Nah, top 6. They need to seal their place there. They've been consistent and in and around like for the past few seasons. They've got a very good manager, and I hope potentially they can go for one of the cups. Like it would be so good for Brighton to win a cup. So yeah, hopefully they can push on. But Danny Welbeck for the World Cup. Remember I said that 15 minutes into this video. Moving on, Fulham, who are 15th, Sunderland, who are 6th. Sunderland on a rich vein of form, have lost this game 1-0. Raul Jimenez at 84th minute. Sunderland held out till then. Not really much apart from that, to be honest with you. Fulham, you don't know what they're going to do, whether they're going to win or lose or whatever. So, yeah, and Sunderland, yeah, they're overachieving. So let's just call a spade a spade. They're overachieving. A loss here is not a shock. We like I said last time, the Stadium of Light is the fortress for them, so they're going to get most of their points there. Wolves, doomed. Wolves are doomed. Let's be real, guys. Wolves are doomed. It's over. The manager still don't understand it. He left Middlesbrough up there. I think that Middlesbrough second in the Championship and went to Wolves just to get relegated. Like the game's gone, man. When you look at it like that, the game's gone. But they lost to Palace, which people say, oh, but it's Palace. No, you're at home. You need points. Go and win the game or get some goals or something, man. Like, yeah, anyway, Palace sit 4th, which is crazy. Crazy, because when they lost to Arsenal, I think they went on a bad run of form. So how the hell are they sitting in 4th? It's nuts. But Munoz, bad boy, little right back, 63rd minute, and Yeremy Pino, 69th minute. Yeremy Pino's all right, you know. He was the one that was at Villarreal. Wolves, like I say, Wolves are doomed. Palace are 4th. There's nothing more I can say to that. Only thing I can say is that, you know, Palace, it's good for Palace that Mateta didn't score, and they're not just relying on the one guy. If that makes sense. Obviously, as they left, and they've still managing to score goals. I know it's against Wolves, so we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. If Mateta's not scoring, if Mateta's not playing, if he gets injured, what happens? But yeah, and that's it, really. That's it so far. So today we've got Leeds against Villa. We've got Arsenal against Spurs. Big game, that. Big game. Arsenal's injuries back. They have Chelsea next week, so, and they have Bayern Munich during the week. But the Bayern Munich game, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, you've qualified Champions League, it's calm. But it will be a good look to go to Bayern and to play Bayern and win, basically. But yeah, it is what it is. Big game though, big game. Injuries give them a gap at the top. But yeah, we'll review that later. I'll do a little mini review later on those games. And then on Monday, Everton, Man United. I might even give you a little short on that one as well. But yeah, in terms of everything else, the channel and that. But yeah, doing the shorts, getting 2K views. These videos are getting like 20, like 15 to 20 views or whatever, I think. Still no update on equipment. You know, it's nearly Christmas, but don't worry, it's coming. The new year, gonna have the big setup, internet ready stuff. You get me? Hold tight, bouncer. Yeah, walk with me, man. Walk with me. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. Just put in the comments any suggestions, like if you want my videos to be longer, if you want me to do a bit more of a deeper dive, even especially in those lower teams. Today on my video later on, I'm gonna do the best player from the bottom half of the game week, and maybe when we get to like game week 18, I'll compilate my bottom half 11 so people can notice this, that, and the third. Because I don't know if you lot see my previous video, I was saying that certain, like, I didn't see Kirkes last season, who was meant to be good, and now this season he's not good, and I don't know what's what. Where was he good? I didn't really watch him last season. So if I can put a little compilation of 11 players from the bottom half of the table, you guys can now go and see and watch and like keep a little eye on these players to say, oh yeah, like Coleman said this, that, and the third. Like, I get it. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, walk with me, people, and like, comment, subscribe, and let's build together. See you later.